So here we are out on the block again with the caravan, and we've come out here and realised again when we've come out that the grass was out of control, and we're actually required to keep it mowed so that it's not a fire risk. So we've spent a couple of hours doing that, and we haven't filmed it obviously because you don't want to watch us mowing the lawn for 2 hours. Fee's just finishing off some yard work there, and with what's left of the day we'll do a little bit on the caravan. Welcome to Fionio's Reno Show. A while ago I put these tail lights on the van, and I left the wiring just kind of hanging down. It wasn't long enough to run all the way to the front, so I'm going to put a junction box in the chassis up near the front, and that's going to be useful because I'll have everything in that junction box. If I want to add lights later, I can just run them back to that junction box, and then I can wire in the plug for the car back to the junction box as well. So what I'm going to do is just fix this to the inside rail of the chassis under the van and zip tie it on there. Okay, here we are under the here we are under the van, and this is the wire here. So I'm going to run it inside this chassis rail all the way down and put a junction box further down, which means I think I'm going to just drill holes in the bottom of the chassis rail and put a zip tie around it. What we don't want to get is shavings in our eye as we do it. Okay, so that's the idea. So I just drill a series of holes, and then the zip tie should just be able to tie it up on top of it there. Yeah, I think that'll work good. I'll just do a series of them down the chassis rail. I might take these brackets off too. They're a bit in the way. Makes it hard to lie under here. These brackets are for the water tank. And what I want to do as well with the water tank is actually shift it forward closer to the axle, because you don't really want a lot of weight out towards the back of the van, otherwise it can create a pendulum effect. If the van starts swaying, all that weight at the back just accentuates the pendulum, and the van will get out of control and then results in a nasty accident. So I'll shift the whole tank up near the axle where the weight should be better carried. Okay, that's a bit better. Have some room to move under here now. Yeah, the trick is to get these wires through this box section down to the other side. I might have to get a pokey stick because it keeps catching on, I think, the screws that stick through from the top. Ah yes, I got it. Sticking out down the other end. Great. And in front of the wheel, if you bend down and look, there's a wire hanging down. No, in front of the wheel.
There.
In front of the wheel.
Yeah.
There's a black wire hanging down. Just pull it through.
Oh.
Don't pull it straight down, you're against the edge of the steel. That's it, yeah.
How much?
That's it, there. Perfect, thank you.
No worries.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be nice and tidy. This is the junction box I'm going to use. It's just a standard like 240 volt junction box, I guess, but it happens to just fit perfectly in this rail. So that will make a nice little cover for where I'm going to join the wires. I'm going to do it over here because if you can see, these are the wires coming in from the two side lights that I put on earlier. So I have to put the junction here somewhere, and then we can run the lead from the tow bar all the way to this point as well, and just join it inside the box. So that should work quite nicely, I think. Now this is one of those jobs I really should have done when we had no floor on the caravan. It would have been infinitely easier than lying underneath this brake cables in the way. But yeah, well, it is what it is. We've just got to do it now. So I've just got to get that centered. So around about there. Okay. Now hopefully that cover just fits on there. Where did I put that? Yep. Perfect. Okay. Great. That'll sit in there nicely. Nice. So that'll all join together inside the box. Now I won't join them together yet because I still have to run the wire from the tow bar, and I don't think I've actually got that yet. I might go and have a look in the shed, and I can't remember if I bought it or not. That's the trouble when these projects extend out over months and months. You forget what you've actually bought and what you still have to buy. Great, so that's what it should look like when it's done. Obviously that will be connected to the tow bar inside here, but I've just run it through there for now just to keep it out of the way. I might go and get the pliers, and oh, I've got some pliers here. I'll snip these tails off, and then I'll go have a look and see if I did actually buy a lead for going up to the tow ball. Good news, I hunted around in the shed for a while and found exactly what I needed. So past me obviously was thinking ahead. Got the trailer plug, and I've got some more wire as well to run down to that junction box. Now I have noticed this is an Arc brand plug, and it actually has a magnet on the side of it so that it sticks to the side of your drawbar, which is a great idea. Because how many times have these been damaged because they hang down and you sort of hook them over something and they get caught. Now when it's loose I can just stick it to the side there and it's out of the way. That's actually really, really clever. I might replace the one on my trailer with one of these. I like it. So we have to run our wire down inside the drawbar because this is a box section. It has a hole on the inside here, and I'll run it down, and we'll run it down to our junction box, and then we can probably actually wire it together. I might have to, I can't remember what colour goes to what bulb now, but we might connect the car to it and figure that out as we go. This is going to be interesting. I might need to use a pokey stick to get it down there. Okay, I'm struggling to be able to push that wire through. It only goes through to about here and then gets stuck all the time. So I've got a bit of fencing wire, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to push this through and then tape that other wire to this wire. That's better. Oh, got it. There he is. I'll tape this wire on here and hopefully it doesn't pull off. Alright, now if I pull it through, hopefully it just works. It doesn't pull off. Let's try it. Let's get it started around this corner. Perfect. And there we have it coming through. And we'll wire the plug into the end. I can't remember which colour goes to where. And I can't remember now. I suppose I could watch the video, but if I googled the correct colour for the correct function and wired them up the way it should be, in which case I'll have to Google that again and just make sure the right colour goes to the right pin on here, and then join the colours at the other end. And then I might do that, and just hopefully I've done it right back at the lights, and everything should just work normally. So I'm recording this on my phone, so I'm going to have to stop it and Google the colours and then keep filming. I think I've figured it out. Green is right, yellow is left turn, red is brake, brown is the tail lights, and the white one is the earth. Right, we've got this rubber grommet. Have I put that around the right way? Rats, I'm going to have to take it all off. I have to take it all apart and flip this rubber grommet around the other way. What a pain. Great, okay, back to where I started from. Let's put the rubber grommet in, and it should hold, yeah, that's better, fits in there nicely, and then that sits on there. When we do up that nut, it should pull it nice and tight. Okay, so that's this end. Now I'm not quite sure how much free play I need. Probably what it's got is pretty good. I might maybe zip tie it just there, just for a bit of strain relief. And let's join the other end together. And I'm just going to use screw connectors for that. Okay, now it's time to just join everything together. And then we'll see what lights come on and what lights don't come on. So I've cut this little wire as well. It's going to be my earth wire. And I'm going to drill a hole and put a bolt into the chassis there and connect this to that. So that's going to go to the white ones, which are earth, or ground. So it looks like Fee is measuring up for the very last piece of lining to go in, the bit that I forgot to put in last video, which I thought was the last piece, but it wasn't. So she's busy doing that. How you going there, Fee?
Good, thanks. How you going?
Does the wood fit?
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah.
I'm almost done. I'm just going to tighten up. I'm just going to tighten this up here, and we can test the lights if they work.
Woo! Exciting.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Okay, before I put all this cover and everything back together, I'm going to back the car up, plug it in, and see what lights come on. Stop. So, moment of truth. I think it's wired up correctly. We'll plug it in and see what happens. Hopefully nothing blows up. Okay, we'll see if some lights come on. Okay, so Fee's going to go put the hazards on in the car, and hopefully we'll get some flashy action here.
Is it?
Right, well, that's not right on that side. That's not right on that side either. So for some reason both of those lights are flashing, and for some reason the wrong one's flashing. Alright, so I'll turn that off, we'll try another one.
And the ones at the side aren't going flashing either?
They're not supposed to flash.
Oh. Hello,
So turn them off, and just turn the park lights on. Right, so that's not right. It should be that one. That's nothing at all. And there's nothing under there. Well, that's weird. I'll check these side lights.
Well, that's weird. Everything's...
Yes, so that's on, that's right, that's correct. And this one's on, that's correct.
Wow, what do you do?
So I think I might have stuffed up the wiring at the back here. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but something's not quite right. So Fee, do you mind going and putting your foot on the brake? Turn the lights off as well.
Yep. Ready?
Yep.
Brakes on.
Okay, so breaker's working. That's still nothing. That's working as well. Brake off, brake on, brake off. Okay, so it's not exactly what I was hoping for. We've got some issues. So the brakes seem to be working. The indicators, not so much. Tail light, not so much either. We've got one tail light there and nothing on that side. I don't know if I've got a bulb in this, but there's nothing working on this number plate light either. Side lights are working. So it's just getting those indicators sorted. Yeah, whether it's wiring, it's something wrong inside these lights, I'm not quite sure, but I'll have a bit of a play and see if we can fix it. What do you reckon, Fee?
I reckon. That bird's having a great old time. Can't see it, but it's noisy.
I think I've fixed it. It doesn't appear that when I wired the taillights at the back of the van, I don't think I followed any normal colour convention. I just sort of connected everything together and run it back to here. So joining the colours up was not the right thing to do. I've had to figure out which colour goes to which light at the back. But I think I've figured it out now. It's a bit of a head scratcher, but I reckon I've done it. If you want to chuck the hazards on and go have a look and see if it's working.
Yeah, good job. Moment of truth for me. See if my board fits. And look at that, that's beautiful. Perfect. So all I need to do now is get the drill, put some rivets in, she'll be right.
Okay, hopefully it doesn't squeeze out everywhere.
Good job. Good job.
So, technically, that is the last piece to go in.
Doesn't look like it. You got patches everywhere, but
Yeah, I know.
that's for the shelving. So
Yeah. Which we've got to start on pretty soon.
yeah, pretty excited.
We have to start making plans what we're going to do next. So it's all working. Everything seems to be going after I figured out which colour went where, because I apparently didn't follow any kind of standard convention when I was connecting the wires at the back here. I just connected them to anything. So that's done. We didn't get much else done today. We got that final panel on inside, which you saw, which is nice to get that sort of sorted. But the next step now really inside is to get the vinyl flooring down and start getting the cabinetry in. And we want to put the flooring down first because then we've got the vinyl inside the cabinets, and it just creates a neater look. But yeah, otherwise next time we come out, I don't know whether we have to mow again. Hopefully not. Hopefully the grass is sort of dying off now and not growing so fast, and we have some more time to spend on the caravan. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That flashing light makes me happy that that job is done, one step closer to being road legal. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.